Hello and welcome. You know those times when you wish you could say what you wanted to say and you can't quite figure it out, or you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, so you hold back what you want to say. And sometimes it is important to not talk, but most of the time you want to try to figure out how you can express yourself and in a kind way with compassion, and so that you're at least honoring yourself. You may not need to hurl, an insult or something like that, but just to be able to say how you feel. And certain things can help you express yourself. And the main rule of thumb is to say, I feel, and then in these categories of mad, glad, sad, scared. That can be upset, frightened, happy, or so excited, or inspired. And so you want to get in touch with what the feeling is. And some of the more difficult feelings, of course, are feeling angry or betrayed or let down. So sometimes it can be helping just to say that it hurt my feelings when you. And then you want to focus on the person's behavior. So this is when you've been let down by someone, or you're angry at someone, what someone did or said. You want to focus on their behavior, not their character. So you don't want to say, you're so rude, I really got upset because you didn't call me and you're rude. You want to say, it really hurt my feelings, or it made me upset and angry when you said you were going to call me and you didn't. Or you promised that we would do this, or you promised that you would do that, and you didn't show up. So then you're at least owning your feelings. So that's, I noticed I'm holding this piece of this crystal. It's called blue kyanite, and I just wanted to say, because this is about communication. This is about cutting through any anger, resentment, clearing out, and being able to communicate. Blue, I'm also wearing blue today because blue is the color of, energetically speaking, it's the throat chakra, and this area has to do with communication. So I consider myself a communication expert in many ways, having been a therapist for almost 30 years and working with people to communicate and to help them communicate their feelings better. And yet I don't communicate that well all the time either. Sometimes I'll fly off the handle, or I will hold back from saying something, or I'll feel hurt. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of processing. Why am I feeling that way? Why did that hurt my feelings? Why was that? What was going on with me? And you may be able to say something, you may even be able to say, you know what, I realized I was really tired, I hadn't gotten a very good night's sleep, and so I was really short. Or sometimes you might be irritable and lash out, and it could be because you've experienced something like that you didn't think affected you that much. I mean, I work with people in so many different situations, and I work with employer groups, and there was a group I did recently where one of the coworkers had died so unexpectedly at a very young age. And this is the kind of thing that can affect you, and you don't even realize it because it's not maybe that close to you, but you can be irritable. And then you want to just look at that and say, you know what, I bet it's because that happened, and I'm feeling some sadness and loss of control over the situation with my coworker, and it could make you feel irritable. It can make you feel sad and affect your sleep also. So the point is, I know I've been rambling a little bit, but the point is, kyanite is a crystal that I am just recently, someone told me to try this kyanite to improve communication, and also in meditation, because I'm really seeking answers from within often. And so I'm communicating this now to you. I'm trying to express something that I do in my daily life with myself and with clients to help you to get in touch with what you're really feeling, why that made you upset, because a lot of people come to talk to a therapist because they want to clear something out. They are feeling helpless and maybe even angry and blaming someone else. So you want to just look at first, what can you do? Because truth be told, you can't control anybody else. And if someone makes you angry, it's worth looking into that. If someone makes you sad, something that someone says, you want to look into that and say, okay, what was it that was said? What's the nature of the relationship? What does that remind me of? Things in your past, all of this. I mean, really unpack this to get to the root, the cause and the reason of your own feelings first. Then you can figure out how to best communicate that. Sometimes talking to a therapist, such as me, like myself, just sometimes talking to a therapist and getting it out, talking to a friend. The difference between a therapist and a therapist is not going to necessarily know everything about you and the other person involved. And I will really get to help you, really work to help you figure out how you're feeling. Whereas a friend might just say, oh, that was so mean for them to say that, and may be more dismissive and just side with you and be supportive, which of course you want to. So, but from my perspective, as a therapist, I want to help you get to the cause of first identify the feeling, and then look at the cause of the feeling. And then the third one is, how can you express it? And is it necessary to express it to the source? Or is it something that's just important to express and get it out? I hope that helps. One way to get these things out is journaling. And I really think I love journaling and just even dictating it, just to get your feelings out first, just to get it out of your head, just to get it out there. Even if it's full of blame and anger and resentment, that's okay, because this is for you to process it and get it out. And then you can look at it and just see how you feel and what you want to do with it. And that's when it can help to talk to someone and just play it out and decide. I hope that helps. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Marlu Harris. I'm a psychotherapist and an RTT therapist, hypnotherapist, and a coach. Have a beautiful day.